Hello and welcome. My name is John Valentine, and in this course I'll be talking about how you can grow your Instagram for a small business. So focusing on small businesses and smaller Instagram accounts. So as you can see on screen, first of all I'm going to be talking about creating engaging captions, then talking about being original, using hashtags like a pro, going beyond Instagram, actually posting, and of course discussing your Instagram feed. So these are going to be some of the topics I will be talking about. I'll be fully breaking down on how you can try and grow your Instagram, grow your followers, engagement, and so on. So focusing on small businesses with that in mind. So let's not waste any more time. Thank you so much for joining me today, and let's hop right into this first topic. So creating engaging captions is going to be key in grabbing people's attention. People follow hundreds and thousands of people. They see thousands of pieces of content every day on their Instagram feed. Creating captions that grab the people's attention is going to be key in growing your feed, growing your following, growing your engagement, and so on. So, create attention-grabbing captions using power words and adjectives. Think about the kind of content you're creating. If you have a teaser of a news article of your website, then you can give a little paragraph description of what the article is about and give a little teaser. If it's just a picture, use use powerful words, use great captions that people give a laugh about. A great idea would be to have questions in the captions as well. That will drive engagement because people are answering the question. People are if you have something like, what is your favorite movie or whatever, people are going to be commenting that way more than if you just have it, oh, nice day out today or something like that. People have no reason to comment on that, unless, of course, they want to compliment the picture or whatever it is. But asking questions is a great way to drive engagement, and, of course, using emojis as well. Use them accordingly, not too much, but they can really help spice up your posts, and just keep in mind that they are not unprofessional. So even if you're a news site or a tech company or whatever, using emojis can be fun and spicy. They can be help you relate to your users and your followers, and they can give the captions some life. Maybe unless you're a super luxurious 1% furniture brand, then you might not want to use emojis, but of course that is very rare. But if you're a normal consumer brand, B2B or whatever it is, then you can definitely use them to spice up your emojis, your captions, and really help give them some life, give some more relation to your customer, connect with them, and of course also grab the people's attention if they just see walls of text in every caption and then see a sushi emoji or coffee emoji in your post. That might give them some reason to look at it and of course engage with the post. So remember to try and be original. Try to stand out as much as you can. Of course, this is not always possible, especially depending on what kind of brand and what kind of company you are. But if you're a smaller company trying to make a name for yourself, and just reposting memes and stuff like that is not really going to cut it anymore, just because there's so much content out there that is saturating the market. Try to have different posts and different types of content. Some might work better than you think, and some might not work as well as you thought they would. So just trying out different pieces of content, not just posting pictures of your products, can definitely help you. But posting pictures of your products is a great way to start, but you're definitely going to want to try to reach other audiences and try to expand upon that, because unless your product is super cool and people are want to engaging with that, that's just not going to be enough. So try to be original, try to stick to your values of who you are, and try to show your story of your company in your posts. So think about what your value is. The market is full of everything. Why should somebody follow you? Of course, if somebody likes your brand, they can follow you, but maybe beyond that, you can think about what your value as an Instagram account can provide. So really think about what you can provide, and that will help you to create and come up with the kind of content that people might want to see. So using hashtags like a pro. Well, hashtags, as always, are the backbone and the lifeblood of social media still, and they probably will be for a while. They have a very important and a very key role, especially when growing on Instagram, especially when growing as a smaller account. So you definitely want to list all your relevant hashtags. Think about all the hashtags that might be relevant to whatever content and products that you're listing, posts that you're having, and so on. one. If you can't really think of that many, the easiest way to find that is to research your competition. So, if you create homemade candles, there's probably a bunch of Instagram accounts with homemade candles out there, and then you can see what kind of hashtags they use in order to appeal to the same kind of target audience that you have as them. And of course, try to switch it up every now and then. Have certain sets of hashtags that you can reuse and not reuse every now and then. So try out new ones and have old ones, but have these different sets of hashtags. And of course, you want to reuse certain specific ones that are always relevant, but sometimes you want to also go niche specific. So again, if you have homemade candles, you can use hashtag candle, hashtag homemade, hashtag small business, and that kind of stuff. But maybe you can be more specific as well. You can be like, if you have a pine tree scent, then you can do hashtag pine tree candle. So having specific hashtags will help more as well, just because hashtag candle probably has millions and millions of posts, and it's going to be saturated super hard. So think about some of the unique hashtags that you can have, and then try out new hashtags here and there, see what works, see what don't. And just to keep in mind, 8 to 10 characters are the best hashtags. So having a hashtag that is 8 words long is not really going to be that helpful. So really try to brainstorm on what kind of hashtags people might want to see, research your competition if you can't think of that many, and of course try to make your own as well, and try to reuse certain ones to always have consistency in your posts. So let's talk about going beyond Instagram, so using other platforms to actually grow and manage your Instagram. So first of all, think about spreading your Instagram account to your other accounts. So by that I mean, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and stuff like that, other social media platforms. What you can do is you can link your posts on other platforms. So if you have a Twitter, you can tweet out a picture that you posted on Instagram and then be like, check this on the gram or whatever. If you have Facebook, you can post the same thing, post a picture that you posted on Instagram, and then put the link to that post on Instagram. That way you can utilize your other platforms to actually go beyond Instagram and help you grow Instagram as well, and help you increase your following, your engagement on that as well. So always try to link to your IG posts and that, and just try to expand your content platform. Even if you are mainly focused on Instagram, using other platforms will actually help you grow Instagram like that. So definitely want to try to expand upon not just Instagram, but all these kind of platforms in order to help actually grow your Instagram account. A great way to do is also to do teasers. You can do stuff like a picture or a parts of a video, or you can do parts of a video that you have created, like an IGTV video or a reel, and then you can say stuff like, watch the full video on my Instagram, or watch more on my Instagram. If you don't like teasing people with certain videos, you can give a full video and then be like, for future videos like this, follow my Instagram. And you can do that, tweet that out like once a month or something, every 2 weeks, to remind people to follow your Instagram as well. If you have a TikTok, you can create videos on your TikTok and just be like, oh, make sure to follow my Instagram and stuff like that. So utilizing other platforms to grow your Instagram is going to be key, especially in trying to grow a smaller account and leveraging the other platforms' organic reach, such as such as TikTok, in order to grow your Instagram. So let's talk about actually posting content. How much do you want to post? Well, the key is to post regularly. So my advice to post at least 1 to 3 times a week on Instagram, such as a whatever it is, post like a video or an image or a story. But posting at least 1 to 3 times a week is definitely something you want to focus on. And the main thing you want to keep in mind is to be consistent. You want to post 1 to 3 times a week, but you don't want to post 10 times in a week and then take a break for 2 weeks, post another 5 times, take another 3-week break. It's better to take that content and spread it out, like posting once every 4 days if you don't have that much content to post or that much time. But focusing on the consistency is what's going to help you gain those followers that are consistently engaging with your content, likes, shares, saves, comments, whatever it is. So thinking of the consistency is definitely important, and also of course quality over quantity in a limited sense. You don't definitely want to focus on quality. You'd rather post 1 photo every 2 days than 3 photos a day, but also don't get hung up on perfectionism, on thinking you have to have the perfect photo to post 1 every 2 weeks, because even if it's great, people might forget about certain contents and might not care that much if you just don't put out that much content, and people might forget about you every 2 weeks if you stop posting. So people will definitely want to try and keep engaging with your content if it's content that they like. So staying active is key in growing your small account. And stories pop in the front in the of the queue as well. So remember to keep that in mind. If if your posts on the wall maybe not are seen as much, your pictures and your videos that you post, by creating stories, you pop out in the front of the line at the top in the algorithm, especially if it's an account that people are interact with sometimes and interact more than usual. So just keep in mind, if they follow a lot of people that don't even have that many stories, if you post a story, you're going to be pushed to the front of the line at the top there. So keep in mind that stories are also very important. And remember to use engagement tools when you have stories every now and then, of course not always, but using stickers to people to click on, using polls and so on. So if you have maybe two products, you can be like, which one do you like more? Or you have a funny meme, be like, which one's better, this one or this one? Whatever it is that you're using, just use engaging tools such as stickers and polls in your stories. Will definitely help drive your overall engagement, customer connection, and eventually build your brand awareness and sales. So definitely something to keep in mind. So let's talk about your actual feed, and by Instagram feed I mean sort of if you go to your profile and you click on your profile, you see what your feed and your previous posts look like. So that in combination can always try to help you get a cleaner look. So try to keep a clean feed. Of course, you should probably focus more on the actual posts, but sometimes people do look at those profiles and see it, and they see a certain theme. I mean, if you go to the top brands, like go to Starbucks on Instagram, stuff like that, you see that their main colors, same as their logo, are like green, light beige gray, and that kind of stuff. So if you go to their feed, if you go to their profile, you see all their posts kind of line up with each other. They have recipes in there, they have pictures of their staff, they have random whatever charity things that they're doing, but they're all sort of in the same color wave, all in their logo and their brand colors, and it all looks very clean and connected because it's very kind of organized. So definitely think about that, but worry about each post more than the feed. So definitely keep that in mind. Don't make it too much, don't put it on the pedestal too much, but also try to consider what it looks like when you do post those kind of things. So another thing is to consider posting time. When you actually do post, think about if it's a local business, well then you should probably focus on your time zone. If it's international, you can try to use various. So if you post 2 times a day and your store is worldwide, well you should probably post one times at 12 p.m. and one time at 4 a.m. your time in order to get all time zones. Also think about the type of content that you're creating. If you have funny memes then or funny stuff like that, maybe you can post light stuff in the morning. But if it's a story of somebody experiencing a story, or maybe they're telling their personal story of how they survived a tiger attack, well that's probably not something a lot of people want to look at 8 a.m. in the morning. So think about the kind of content that you're creating as well, and the kind of content that fits better. So if it's a local business and you have it's Christmas and you have a cozy recipe, maybe people are more likely to want to look at that in the afternoon rather than at 8 a.m. on a Monday. So also think about some of the content that you are creating. Of course this varies and some people like it more than others, but just giving it some thought can also help you and you really be successful, because considering your audience and adjusting accordingly is what's going to help you increase that engagement. So just to summarize towards the end here, remember to create engaging captions along with emojis, using powerful adjective words and having appropriate captions, and then using appropriate emojis as well in order to give it a little bit more spice, add some more fun to it, and grab people's attention. Also remember to be original and try to stand out. Think about the value that you have. Think about your unique value and ask yourself the question why people should follow you. Next, of course, always use relevant sets of hashtags. Switch them up every now and then, switch hashtags, and do your research, and of course use the right hashtags. Do your research with other competitors or think about your own. Also, you can use other apps and other social media platforms to promote your Instagram. So utilizing and leveraging TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it is, to promote your posts will help actually drive engagement and followers, and of course brand awareness at the end there. So definitely using other platforms is important as well. Remember to post regularly. Don't take too many breaks. Posting 1 to 3 times a week is better than posting 5 times in a day and then taking a 3-week break. So take your content, you can schedule it out using all kinds of Instagram site schedule posters. There's all kinds of websites that will help you do that. If you do want to schedule posts, Try to keep a clean feed. Don't think about that too much. That one is just a little tip here that can help with your whole aesthetic of your account. But trying to keep a clean feed is something that you should focus on after focusing on the quality of your posts. But just definitely helping you consider the theme of your account, and also consider your audience. Think about who your audience exactly is, and then adjust accordingly. Adjust your posting times if you're local, if you're international, and so on, and just adjust it to your audience will help you succeed and drive that engagement and eventually sales. So yeah, this is basically going to be it. Thank you so much for joining me. I do have some great news. I am now publishing a weekly newsletter with all types of digital marketing, social media tips and tricks. So I'll be posting that every week, so make sure to sign up for that. The link is in my bio, or you can go to tinyurl.com/weeklyval. So definitely go to that and sign up if you're interested in that. You will get it every week, and you can read it in 5 minutes, and you will stay up to date on the greatest, digital marketing, social media tips, tricks, news, breaking news, and so on. So definitely sign up for that if you're interested in that. But that's basically going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next class. Goodbye.